Hey guys, it's Jay. First off, I want to say the neighborhood dog seemed to be in a fit of barking, which does happen. I hope it doesn't annoy any of my listeners too much, and hopefully, you can just tune into my voice and listen to what I'm saying and let that be your focus in comparison to any other possible background sounds. So, I just wanted to touch on a point that popped into my head regarding or revolving around the whole "you've changed" accusation. I've experienced it many times because I've changed a lot over the years, and I just wanted to talk about the fact that it does fall into being an accusation, not necessarily a judgment. And I think that's a mistake I know I personally made a lot at first, is thinking that whoever it is or was who said, "You've changed, you're not the same person, I don't know who you are anymore," and they would have said it in a way that shows that they are maybe hurt, upset, confused about however I seem different or had seemed different. I used to think it used to be something I used to brood over for days at a time. Why is this person saying this? How can they say this? Don't they know me well enough to know not to say such a thing or to say that in such a way? What is it supposed to mean? Does that mean they're rejecting me or that they're being judgmental on me? Why is it that I feel so judged, etc., etc.? That used to be my thought flow, thought pattern regarding the whole "you've changed" accusation. But here's the thing, you see, change is an inevitable thing in life. We will all face change, we will all experience change. Change comes with the experiences and the growth, and it's part of what makes us better people at the end of the day. It's what comes from our eyes being opened to things that we never really saw or took note of. And once we did see them and did take note of them, it may have changed our lives entirely. The way we think, the way we look at things and people and situations. It's obviously going to change a person's personality and character. It's supposed to. We're supposed to change. The very mere fact that we, in adverted commas, age from the time we're born till we may be on our deathbed, there's constant change throughout life. Life itself is a very good example of change. And when a person says, "Oh, you've changed," I'm not going to do all the extras that they could say after that. Let's sum it up with those two words, okay? When a person says the whole "you've changed" thing and they seem so hurt or so offended, it's often because the change you experienced triggered something in them that made them feel uncomfortable, because somewhere inside them, whatever change happened within you reflected in them, in showing them that they perhaps needed to change themselves in a whole, it could be any kind of situation in their own lives. The amount of possibilities that the change would need to be made, or changes would need to be made in their own lives, is just, can go on and on. It's an infinite field of possibility for that individual person's life. And that's actually a very beautiful thing if you think about it in that aspect, because while that person may come to you and accuse you of in inverted commas, changing so much so that they feel so upset about it. The whole thing of them needing to go through changes themselves, and ultimately they will throughout their lives, is a beautiful thing, because it's interesting. I say it's a beautiful thing, but I can't help but think about the times changes in my own life were not that beautiful. But the beautiful part of it is along the line, down the line, when you can look back and say to yourself, wow, yes, that may have been a dark time. Yes, that may have been a strange or uncomfortable or just a situation that made me unhappy. I can look back and think, wow, I really came out of it for the better, though. Getting back to the whole accusation of the you've changed example, don't be offended by this person saying that. Don't jump to conclusions of your own, of people or this person making a judgment upon you, because while that could possibly be what's going on in their mind and in how they're feeling, there's a lot more deeper things going on, both for you and for them. And remember that everything we experience is pretty much on the surface in this world, because what we truly experience is all within us. And that's where the true complexity of change lies. It's an accusation of a person who is triggered by the differences they see in you, because somewhere deep inside them, they're being poked and prodded and nudged in areas that they need to change for themselves, to uplift themselves in their own lives, and that's what it boils down to. So don't be offended. Next time, try to think of the bigger picture of that person's life next time, and also try to remember that you've gone through a lot in your own life that would have brought you to the changes that you have come to now. It's a very important thing to remember. Ties in with understanding, realizing, accepting, and claiming your own self-worth as well. Take care, guys. I will see you, pun intended, in my next video. Bye.